Hi, welcome to this week's story time. This week at the library we are celebrating animated tales and we are focusing in on Winnie the Pooh. Our craft this week is a tale. It's an Eeyore tale. Get it? Tales and Tales. That was the theme of our summer reading program. So this is the cute little craft that we will be doing today and will be available in the children's department while supplies last. So come on in and visit us and get that craft. If you are interested in more things about Winnie the Pooh, we have some true stories inspired by Winnie the Pooh in our nonfiction section in picture books. So check these out, Winnie and Finding Winnie. So if you want to know more about Pooh Bear and where the inspiration for him came from, these are great reads. Today we are going to read a story, do our craft, and while I'm finding my page, we are going to tell some jokes. So, because Winnie the Pooh is fun and funny. So, what happened when Rabbit won the lottery? So, what happened when Rabbit won the lottery? He became a millionaire. Get it? A bunny is a hare. H-A-R-E. Instead of millionaire, millionaire. What does Winnie the Pooh wear to bed? Not pajamas, Pooh-jamas. What kind of hugs does Winnie the Pooh give? This one's easy, you got it? Bear hugs. So let's get to our story. This one is A Good Night's Sleep. It was springtime in the 100-acre wood. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet took a walk in the warm sunshine. Hooray, the cold winter is over, Piglet cheered. No more mittens and scarves, said Pooh. No more cold noses and toes, added Piglet. And plenty of yummy honey, finished Pooh. Pooh and Piglet walked until they reached their friend Rabbit's house. Rabbit was outside working in his garden. He looked very tired and a little grumpy. What's the matter, Rabbit? Piglet asked. Aren't you happy that it's spring? Don't even say that word. I hate spring, Rabbit moaned. Pooh and Piglet were puzzled. So Rabbit explained, you see that bird family up there? They sing before the sun even comes up, right outside my bedroom window. I can't get any sleep. Oh dear, said Piglet. We must do something. Pooh wasn't sure what to say to Rabbit. Perhaps it would help if you moved somewhere else. Rabbit jumped with excitement. Oh, Pooh, what a great idea. I would love to move in with you. Uh-oh, is that what Pooh meant? Unfortunately for Pooh, that wasn't what he meant at all. But now it looked like he would have an unexpected guest. So Pooh and Piglet helped move a few of Rabbit's things to Pooh's house. And as they were finishing up, the bird family flew away from Rabbit's tree. Look, said Pooh, the birds are flying away. They'll be back soon, singing as usual, Rabbit told him. They're just going out to get a bite to eat. Oh, said Pooh, a little disappointed. When the friends reached Pooh's home, they began unpacking. Rabbit, said Pooh, you sure brought a lot of things. Suddenly, there seemed to be very little room for Pooh. The next morning, Rabbit woke up early after a wonderful night's sleep. Rise and shine, he said, pulling back Pooh's covers. Pooh immediately pulled them back up again. He was still sleepy. Pooh, it's time to get up, scolded Rabbit. The vegetables aren't going to plant themselves. Once Pooh had finally gotten out of bed, they walked to Rabbit's vegetable garden. Together they planted the seeds in neat little rows. Perhaps bears aren't meant for such hard work, thought Pooh. But at least he could enjoy the cheerful songs of the bird family who sang all day. Pooh rather liked their music. Later, Piglet arrived. I was over at your house, Pooh, said Piglet, but you weren't home. No, I'm not home, Pooh said sadly. Pooh took Piglet aside. I'm rather tired because Rabbit woke me up, said Pooh, and I've gotten awful rumbly in my tumbly. You see, I haven't had any honey. Pooh wished that he could have his little house all to himself again. Maybe Owl will know what to do, suggested Piglet. When Pooh and Piglet found Al, he was too busy to help.
I'm afraid I simply can't talk right now, said Owl. My favorite napping branch is waiting for me. Owl flew up to an old oak tree, but a little sparrow was sitting right in Owl's favorite spot. It looks like my branch is already occupied, said Owl. I guess I'll have to find another one. As Owl flew off, Pooh began to have an idea. He and Piglet hurried to Pooh's thoughtful spot to come up with a plan. We need the bird family to find a different branch to sing on, Pooh said. But how will we get them to move? Asked Piglet. Pooh sat for a bit. Think, 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 he said, and he patted his head. Finally, all of the thinking turned into a real plan. When the birds fly off at night to look for food, we will take their spot, said Pooh. Then they will have to find another favorite branch, just like Owl and the Sparrow. Piglet cheered. Woo! Pooh told Rabbit about the plan to move the bird family. Now Rabbit would be able to stay in his own home without worrying about the birds' morning songs. What a splendid idea, Rabbit said. I'm glad I thought of it. They moved all of Rabbit's things back into his house. That night, Pooh and Piglet waited by the tree until the birds flew off. When they did, the friends started to climb up the bird's favorite branch. Rabbit offered to sit out there with them, but there was only room for two. At least take this blanket, said Rabbit, and thank you for your help, dear friends. So Pooh and Piglet waited and waited and waited. They tried their best to stay awake, but the blanket was awfully warm and comfortable. Soon the friends were fast asleep. The next morning, Pooh and Piglet woke up to the sound of singing birds. Look, said Pooh, pointing at the sky. The bird family swooped down toward their favorite branch, but when they saw there wasn't any room on the branch, they flew in a different direction. Hooray, said Piglet. The plan worked. So the pair checked to see if Rabbit was asleep. He won't be woken up by singing birds today, said Piglet. Pooh and Piglet walked toward their homes as the sun rose over the 100-acre wood. I'm sure the bird family has found another favorite branch by now, said Pooh. Pooh was right. The birds had found a new branch right outside his window. It seemed he would have to get used to a few more unexpected guests. Luckily, Pooh didn't mind the bird song. He thought it sounded a little bit like a lullaby. Within minutes, Pooh was once again fast asleep. At last, Rabbit, Pooh, and the bird family were all happy with their homes. The end. So for this week's weekly craft, we are doing Eeyore's tail. I laid out all of my pieces that you will find in your craft bag. I would use Elmer's glue or tacky glue this week. You can use a glue stick, but I find for this kind of a craft it's easier. So we have our stick. We are going to add our button to the top. Dot, dot, not a lot. And we're going to pop that right at the top. Next, we are going to add the yarn tail to the bottom of the stick. And here we go. And to really make it look like Eeyore's tail, tap, 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 we are going to add our bow. Super cute craft of Eeyore's tail. And voila, wait until it dries and you have Eeyore's tail.